بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين محمد وعلى آله الطيبين الطاهرين. Brothers and sisters, welcome back to our last episode about the birth of our beloved Imam al-Imam Ali ibn Musa al-Ridha salawatullahi wa salamu alayhi. The life of Imam Ridha is full of storage and full of stories and things which we should learn as the life of all of our other Imams. But I would like to mention to go through the importance of or the meaning or the true story behind the Imam accepting to be al-Ma'mun's crowned prince. First of all, the Ma'mun asked the Imam to take his place or to become the crowned prince, not just because he liked the Imam and not because he was willing to give him his right, although there were some rumors and sayings about that. But according to our historians, according to our sources, that was mostly done because the Ma'mun was willing to embarrass the Imam and was willing to have full control over the actions and the movements of the Imam salawatullahi wa salamu alayhi. Just before we get into this, I want to give a brief description of the situation or the status of the capital at that time. Ma'mun used to be, he was always looking for information and about kind of ma'arif from other communities and written in other languages, and that's why at this time he encouraged the translation of so many books from Persian, from other languages into Arabic. And at that time that was that led to the presence of weird or strange beliefs, atheism, and kind of people who were questioning Islam and questioning the belief of Ahlul Bayt. So al-Ma'mun, part of the concern of al-Ma'mun or part of the plan was to embarrass the Imam and to exert further and more pressure upon the Imam salawatullahi wa salamu alayhi. What happened is, after that, as we say in Arabic, انقلب السحر على الساحر, and the fact that the Imam was always ready and well prepared to give answers to those who were questioning and to challenge them and to talk to them through the debates which al-Ma'mun was encouraging, and that was in parallel to the fact that al-Ma'mun insists that the Imam should become his crown prince. And that was the beginning of the last chapter in the life of the Imam. The Imam who was forced to accept the status of being the crown prince, and he accepted it on the condition that he will be same as his grandfather al-Imam al-Hassan during to the caliphate of Muawiyah, i.e. he will never intervene in any kind of governmental issue or in any kind of legislative issue within the government of the Abbasid Khalifa and within the government of al-Ma'mun regime at that time. That probably will give us kind of indication of how would we need or how should we follow other people's knowledge, and how should we study or observe, in another word, other people's knowledge and in order to spread our information and to widen our horizon rather than stay limited in what we have. And always we need to try to search for the ma'rifah as we probably through our studying, and whether we study engineering or medicine or any kind of other specialty or field, we should try to maximize the use of this knowledge and try to maximize the use of this kind of researches and try to make best use of this knowledge in order to serve our knowledge and our belief in Islam and in the school of Ahlul Bayt salawatullahi wa salamuhu alayhim. The life of the Imam was so rich and full of knowledge. He spent the 20 years of his imamah in trying to spread as much and as many as he could, no matter how difficult that time was and no matter how oppressed and how his movement and his teaching was restricted. And that's why we noticed there were few books left to us, as we say in Arabic, mansuba ila al-imam, used to be known as books from Imam. And even if they are not the right or the exact books left to us from the Imam, but it has got something to do with the Imam and to do with the ilm of the Imam, and either directly or indirectly, like the book of fiqh or the book of Islamic laws known as Fiqh al-Imam al-Ridha, and also the book of medicine, Tib al-Imam al-Ridha as well, or the knowledge of medicine belonged to Imam al-Ridha, where Imam al-Ridha was trying to open our eyes to so many kind of knowledge and information, even if it's not theology or Islamic law. Same thing happened with Al-Imam Ja'far bin Muhammad al-Sadiq, our sixth Imam, the grandfather of Imam al-Ridha, when he founded the base and the structure of chemistry through his students Jabir bin Hayyan and through others. And this was always the case when the Imams tried to open our eyes towards the other knowledges and towards other sciences. And that's why they give us, like, they draw a guideline to our mission, that we always should try to look and to search for more and more knowledge and for more information. And we shouldn't be satisfied with what we have, and we shouldn't satisfy or limit ourselves or constrain or restrict ourselves with the knowledge we have. Like even with evolution or other things, we should always try to search and to look for more knowledge in order to be able to challenge and to debate others. And as we know that the gate of knowledge never be restricted and never closed, and as the Holy Prophet salawatullah wasalamu alayhi always urged us to seek knowledge from mahd to lahd, from birth till death, and اطلب العلم ولو في الصين, even if it's in China, and China used to be at that time the most remote part of the world. And this can be applicable now, to search and look for knowledge, no matter how difficult is that and how far and how expensive. And the Imams always trying and willing to encourage their followers to seek knowledge and to look for knowledge and to teach their knowledge to the others and to spread the knowledge of the ma'rifah of the school of thought of Ahlul Bayt salawatullahi wa salamuhu alayhim. Al-Ridha means the one who has got complete contentment and the one who is satisfied. What do we mean by satisfaction or contentment, and how do we need to be or to act or to follow the track of Imam al-Ridha? Mentioning the name of the Holy Imam, before we get into the explanation on how we follow him, most of the Imams and the revolutionary people before the Imam, they were asking for the appearance, or they were asking for the help, the nusra of al-Ridha min Ali Muhammad. So Imam Ali ibn Musa al-Ridha was like, people were waiting for him to come. And as the Shia before Imam al-Ridha, they were always trying, praying, and the slogan for all harakat al-thawriya al-taharruri, for all the revolutionary missions, was to ask for al-Ridha min Ali Muhammad. And that probably, and after al-Ridha, they were asking for al-Hujjah salawatullah salamu alayhi. So by saying that, that does mean that he was same or his kind of presence same as presence of Imam al-Hujjah now, but each Imam has got his own role. But they were all asking for al-Ridha min al Muhammad, and that probably indicates and gives a specific importance to the name al-Ridha and how would we need to follow al-Ridha. He was well known of that name, so that probably make or give us special importance behind the meaning of satisfaction and of him being satisfied with Ridha biqada illahi wa qadarihi. Always we need to learn lessons from the life of our beloved Imams, and each Imam give us specifically indicating specifically kind of importance, something important about their life. And when it gets to Imam al-Ridha, probably it teaches us how to be satisfied with what we have and not to lose hope, how to be satisfied and not to give up, how to be satisfied and to stay always within the lineage, within the path of Ahlul Bayt, within the path of Iman, of good beliefs, and within the path of Ibadah, worshipping. And Imam was well known of reciting and finishing one khatma of Quran every 3 days, no matter how severe the pressure he was under, and no matter how difficult his life was, especially after and during the last 2 years of his life when he was in the capital of the Abbasid Caliph in Mashhad. But even though the Imam always was so satisfied and happy with his destiny, and that probably indicates and teaches us a lesson which we all need to follow and we all need to learn from. And no matter how restricted and how severe was the restriction he was under and the kind of observation, but he never give up and he never lose faith, and he always, even at the hardest time of his life, try to spread the knowledge and try to teach his companions, same as other Imams. And the best, one of the best lessons also we learn through the life of Imam al-Hussein salawatullah salamu alayhi. At the time, during the day of Ashura, during the hardest, most difficult time of his life, he was always spreading knowledge, always delivering speeches which were very important for us and like set up a very important way of living to us, even at the worst time of his life and at the worst time of during the last few hours of his life. Salawatullahi wa salamu alayhi. Last thing I would like to remind myself and our audience is try to read and to study and to go more through the life of the Imam salawatullahi salamu alayhi, and to go through and to refer to the right source of knowledge. And I highly indicate you to go through the book of Al-Irshad by Sheikh Al-Mufid Ridwanullahi Ta'ala alayhi, as it is one of the few and the most authentic sources of knowledge about the Imams. And always we need to read and try to learn lessons about the Imams and about the life of the Imams, and by reading through that probably we'll learn as many as we can, and we will learn and we probably will follow the track of the life of the Imams through us going through their lives, through reading their books, the books about their life and about the life of their companion and about the knowledge and the teachings the Imam has delivered through his ahadith. And at the end I would like to wish you all success and health, and I would like you not to ask you to remember me in your du'as. I inshallah will never forget you in my dua, and to keep on praying for each other. And آخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على محمد وعلى آله الطيبين الطاهرين.